Namaste, everybody. Namaste. Namaste. Hi. Um, Try not to look at my chin because I have a very nasty pimple that's probably a boil that I've been working on for a couple of days, and it's still there. So if I put makeup over it, then it just absorbs the makeup and it'll get worse and worse and bigger. So I look like a real witch with no makeup on and a big chin boil. Anyhow, that's not why I'm here. I'm here to show you this. Namaste, everybody. Yeah, it feels good to get out for a little walk, little healing walk. This is a different block. I usually don't go on this block, but only every other block has sidewalks. So usually the blocks look like this. So no sidewalks. Okay, so my heart is really kind of heavy because all day long, I usually don't do this that early, but it was on my mind last night, and I was taking a day off last night because I figured you guys don't need to see me every day. So anyhow, I was catching up on all the videos, Jose, Summer, Michael Vaughn, and so today, Devin went out this morning when I was still sleeping or waking up, getting ready to wake up. He was going to like garage sales type of thing with his brother. So I got up, I made my coffee. As soon as I made my coffee, I started. And what I started doing was I put my meditation music on because I had the whole house to myself, and that's very rare. My stepson was working, and so I was happy because if I could sit and just be with the animals and just be with myself and nobody asking me any questions, then I could concentrate. And I actually did. Where am I going? It's too bright. 1 second, guys. I guess you could hear me. I didn't bring my sunglasses, and I didn't think it was going to be bright at 6 o'clock at night. So anyhow, what I wanted to say is, I full on did my meditation music and was even saying my prayers. And I was thinking about taping it, but then I said, you know what? I'm not going to put the pressure on myself to tape it. I'll just write down notes, and I'll get you guys the notes when I'm, when I do get a chance to record it. Okay, so I did the dowsing rods. Before I did the dowsing rods, of course I blessed them. My Madam's elders, what I'm talking about. I'm going to get over to the shade and maybe stand still for 1 second to tell you the rest, because I'm a little bit out of breath. Hold on a second. Yeah, this is nice over here. Okay. Until the person calls the cops, that is. All right, so what I did was, sorry about the chin, I did my prayers, all of my prayers, and I actually didn't close. I didn't do the 2 cards that are a closing prayer because I actually wanted to be open and receptive to receiving any messages from Spirit, my spirit guides, namely Gannon, who I always ask for help, and he gives me help. Shanann, my girl, when I try to contact Summer, I don't have I used to, but I feel like she's ascended. I used to have a stronger connection. Like Ruby just, talks to her. She comes in, and that's great. I don't have it that way. I have to, unless they want to tell me something, I have to concentrate. I have to have quiet. I have to have time to think, say the prayers. I have to do the whole bells and whistles, okay, before my third eye is open. And that's what I did. I put on my third eye music, and I just said, I'm not going to record it because that puts pressure on me with the dowsing rods. The cards, I don't mind doing that. I don't mind recording in general. But I said, you know what? I want to ask questions first. I want to be in a meditative state first. Then I want to ask the questions. So I have a closing prayer that I'm probably going to do a little bit later because I left it open for any of the spirit guides, and especially Michael Joseph Vaughn, and especially for Summer Moon Utah Wells. And I got a lot of information, and I'm not trying to tease you, or am I? No, I'm not trying to tease you guys by not saying exactly, what I got, because I need to, number one, get my book. Well, I was shocked by some of the information, but I will tell you, I'm going to put out 2 videos. Well, you know me, I always say 2 and then it ends up being 6. But I'm going to try to do it in 2 videos. One video will just be for Michael Vaughn, because I don't like to mix it up. It'll just be for Michael Vaughn. Matter of fact, I didn't feel like I got the answers for Michael Vaughn until I closed out, or until I stopped asking all the questions that I thought of for Summer. So in other words, I was asking questions to Summer about Jose, and she really didn't remember him at first, because you have to remember, she was 5 years old when she passed away, or when she went away, okay? She was younger than that when Jose was there. Jose was there in, say, July, August, September, October of 2020, right? No, 2019? 2020. Yeah, 2020. Because she went missing in June 2021. It's hard to keep everything at the tip of your head. Okay? Yeah, Michael Vaughn went missing July 2021, right after summer. Okay. So when I was finished with Summer, first I was, trying to get her to speak, because I don't, Ruby has it good, because she could just talk to her right away. I don't feel her close. There was a time that I did feel her close, but she's ascended, so I don't feel like I have to work it to get in touch with her. Okay? So every reader is different. They all have their gifts. Some people have gifts with the cards. Some people have gifts with just clairvoyance and messages. Some people are good with the rods. So what I really wanted to do was I wanted to concentrate with the rods, because I haven't done them in a hot minute. I do have an upper lip, but my lip gloss isn't plumping them at the moment. But it's not about me. That's what they told me. It's not about how I look. I look like a dog, but I have looked better. Okay, so it's about the kids. That's weighing very heavily on my heart. I also wanted to give you guys 2 updates on 2 prayers up. Prayers up for my sister, Karen. She did get the surgery the other day. She got the surgery. I haven't spoken to her, but she did say in a text, and she also talked to my brother very quickly, that they went in with the in surgery, and what they did was they lasered it, and they think it's starting to break up. So then she's sent home and she has another stent, 11-inch stent, placed in there. Did I tell you guys this or not? I don't know. But I just didn't want to leave you hanging. So she got another stent put in that's going to help with the breaking up of the stones. So thank you guys for the prayers up. And our friend Jen, her son Nick is doing a little bit better. So thank you. He's taking chemo and he's doing a little bit better. And also our friend Tammy, she still has a very bad backache. And I think she's going to the doctor next week. So let's keep our prayers up for everybody, especially anybody that has an ongoing illness. Prayers always help. And I thank anybody who's put out prayers for any of the people that I've said, because it really does help. Sorry about the sun. So when it gets too sunny, I don't look like I have eyes. So I might as well just put the camera this way. All right, so I'm kind of proud of myself for getting the messages that I got. And like Devin came in, he was like, "You have a weird face on." And I was like, "I'm still doing a reading." And he goes, "Oh, you're recording?" I said, "No, I'm not recording, but I'm doing the dowsing rods. I'm writing notes, and my third eye is open." And I had to burn the sage. I had to burn sage and the Palo Santo because I needed to bless the cards. I was also doing cards at the same time. I was juggling. And I had to bless the rods each time. For Summer and then for Michael, Monkey. Anyhow, so I got just there's a lot of haters out there hating on Jose, calling him all kinds of names, and I really feel like I got it straight from her. Because, all right, so what I was getting to before is when she saw Jose, that was only a blip, in her world, in her life. So that was when she was, I guess, 3? Was she 3 or 4? 3 or 4, I'm not even sure. But it definitely, so that was a long time ago for her. So I asked her, "Do you remember Jose?" And I'll show you everything. I'll read everything that I got specifically when I do the reading. But she said, "He's a good guy." But it's funny because she didn't call him Jose. She called him Say. I kept on saying Jose Roman. "Summer, do you remember Jose Roman? Was he ever mean to you or bad to you?" And she wasn't answering. So then I just said it a couple of times. Maybe I stopped saying it and I asked a different question. Then all of a sudden she said, "Say." Then I realized she probably heard everybody saying Jose, Jose, Jose. And she didn't hear the first part, so she called him Say. So she was talking about him, and she said, "He's a good guy. He was nice to me. He watched me when everybody else was sleeping or away, or, I guess not watching her. The opposite of watching her, that he was there." Didn't get that many sentences, but like I said, in her lifetime, that was just a small little bleep. Who's important to you when you're 4 years old, you're 3, 4, 5 years old? Your mom and dad, number one. Good, bad, or ugly, your mom and dad. And your siblings, okay? And your grandmother and your grandfather, if you have them available, okay? So I will read it all. It'll make more sense when I'm sitting down reading it with a calm voice. And for Michael, so basically one of the things that I'm saying here in this video, and this is for entertainment reasons only, nobody is guilty until proven, everybody is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Okay, so I just want to say that. And this is all allegedly entertainment reasons, and that's what my videos are under, 18 and above. But what I want to say is, one of the things I did get was an arrest. I was asking her about arrests, and so when I say asking her, the rods weren't moving a lot of the times, right? So the rods were staying straight, and so I asked for Shanann to help out. I asked for her spirit guides, for Summer's spirit guides to help out. And that's what I did for Michael Vaughn as well. I'll go more into Michael Vaughn, I think, when I'm sitting down actually doing the video for him. So anyhow, for Summer, she told me, I'm just going to spit it out, because you're probably wondering, just spit it out, spit it the F out. Okay, so she told me more arrests were coming, and I said, how many? And so she said, at least somebody that begins her name with a C, and her middle initial is B, and her other initial is W. Okay, CBW. And then, surprisingly, there was about a month later or so, would be the initials CH would be arrested as well. I was a little bit surprised at that. Surprised and not surprised, if you know what I mean, if you've been watching the case as long as I have. Then she said 2 more. Okay, I asked if her body would be found, would Summer's body be found in the state of Tennessee? She said yes. I said, is it near the house or at the house? She said yes. Or the spirit guide said yes. I want to cross the street, but this car's coming, so I'm going to wait. So I got to feed the dogs. But I need to go on my walk. I got to put myself first. My health first. Hold on a second, guys. I got to cross the street first. Okay, so again, I apologize that I look terrible, but you can't be beautiful all the time, especially when you're 58. All right, so I asked, would we find your body in March 2029, physical body? I got no right away, no. I asked the same for Michael, but I'm going to treat him separately, because you know, I've done at least 7 or 8 videos for him. And all right, so I'm not even going to talk about that right now. It's just too much. It's too much for an empath to go through. So let me just stick with Summer. So I asked this month, that month. Finally, I got July, finding Summer's body, allegedly, July 2022. So I didn't know if that was for real, so I asked it 3 or 4 times. And a couple of times I mixed it in with the other questions. I said another question instead. Then I went back to that. And then I would go back to, will Summer's body be found in May 2022? I got no. June 2022, no. But there is an arrest. There is an arrest. in June, around the anniversary, is an arrest of somebody. Okay. I asked about Sheriff Lawson. I didn't really go into detail, but what they said to me, and it was kind of like they closed something shut, like they didn't want me to, that's my signal for, don't ask any more questions about this. And usually, you know me, I'm a rebel. So when I hear that, of course I was going to go hard, but I had so many other things to do. I had so many other questions to ask about Summer, and then I needed to, right after that, I was doing Michael Vaughn. So I'm talking about 4 hours, 4 or more of solid, having your third eye open, being in prayer, meditating, and only with 2 cups of coffee in me, or 1.5. So I knew I was in the right space. Anyhow, around June 2022, I have the notes, I'll read them when I do the video for Summer. But they told me that Sheriff Lawson and the TBI, and they showed me a handshake, hands together, but not in a creepy way, not in a bad way, in a good way, okay? So don't think it's in a bad way. And there was like a wink of it, and you know how Sheriff Lawson always has those glasses on? In my third eye, I took his glasses off because I like to look in people's eyes. And in other words, he winked, saying like, you got it, you got this, we got this, we're on top of it. So I asked them if the FBI and the TBI know what happened to Summer. I didn't get a strong yes. I got sort of. And I always ask them, put the messages in my head from the rods. Let me hear words, clairaudient. Let me see the visions, clairvoyant. You know, all kinds of wide open third eye. So I heard her. I always hear her voice clearly once I tap in. It was Michael's voice that I never really heard before, but I've heard it when I really pushed for it and told him it was okay, that I was a friend. He could talk to me, even if his physical body is still here. Because I've done that before. It's remote viewing, and I've done it. But I'm not saying I'm great at it. I'm better at knowing them when people have passed. So, anyhow, they have almost all the puzzle pieces to Summer. But what I'm going to say is what a lot of psychics have said, and a lot of other people who are investigating the case. We got to get a warrant to research that property, their exact property. They have, what do they have, 11 acres? That's a lot. But I feel like it's very close that Summer Moon, Utah Wells, is very close to the house. And she definitely was moved, I believe, twice. I think I even asked that question. Anyhow, they were like, the spirit guides were like, don't worry, Katrina, Kath, calm down. Calm down. We don't want you to be up here. A lot of light workers are burning out big time fast. And what you have to do is you have to relax. You have to get away from it all, even if it just means stay away for a day, stay away for a couple of days. And it's not easy to do when you feel like, I got to tell this information. It's important to get this information out. YouTube is like a drug. So, anyhow, we could all do what is, what we feel is the right thing. But when it starts affecting your health or your family or your friends, like that, never hear from you because you're burnt out from doing cases, then you have to say, I have to calm down with this because there's more important things going on right now in my life. And your health is number one, and your loved ones should be number two. Okay. So, all right, I don't know how long I've been walking, but I think that's it for all I can disclose right now. I will do those videos between today, and then I was also working feverishly on Gemini. So I have a read for Gemini. Mostly good stuff. Mostly very good stuff. Very similar to Pisces for some reason. Anyhow, I'll get that out whenever I can get it out. Tomorrow I have to go get my nails done. I was supposed to do that today, but who wants to be in public with this thing? And plus I wanted to take advantage of having the whole house to myself to really be able to think about what was going on and to meditate, to open up myself to hear. And when you and I, of course I cried. Excuse me. That was a burp. Okay. Of course I cried. I cried on the second reading, Dowsing Rods, about Michael. But I don't want to talk about it right now because I want to talk about it when I could say the whole thing, read you all the notes, and have my cards available too, just in case I need to read any more. Because I did read 3 ending cards for summer, and I wrote them down. And one of the cards I remember was good news coming, victory. Good news coming via text or email, phone call. So I was really happy to read that because it said soon by a young person, under 25. So that could be a child up anywhere up to 25. Sorry, I can't see. Look at this tree. Beautiful. Note to self. Bring your sunglasses even if you think it's going to be nighttime. Apparently. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know what else to talk about. Ruby told me that today is Gabby's birthday. I didn't know that. I did not know today was her birthday. I think so. Then would that make her an Aries? Or are we still in Pisces? No, we're still in Pisces. Oh, okay. And that's right, he is a Scorpio. Brian Laundrie, who I don't believe is dead. Okay. Anyhow. Why won't I do that on the dowsing rods? Because that's horrible energy. I did a lot of videos about Brian Laundrie. If you want to check it out, jump over to my Mystic Brady / Brian Laundrie. And you'll see a whole bunch of videos that didn't get much attention. But I don't want to redo that route because it's horrible energy. It's like devilish energy, and it sticks with you, even if you say a lot of prayers, and it just makes you feel really down. So I had predicted that she wasn't going to come home the day that they said she went missing. I did a quick read before the wedding that we were going to, and I saw her being strangled and beat up. Anyway, yeah, it's not easy to be those empaths out there. Shout out for Maggie. I call her Maggie, but her name is Margaret Max. She has a channel, and you get burnt out if you leave yourself open to doing a whole bunch of readings. I did it myself. I did it. I when I first came on 2019, I said I'll give anybody a reading. Everything was free. I want to keep it free, right? So Turns out, like in a matter of months, I did readings all over the globe. I did readings from England, free readings, United States, free readings, I think in Australia and Netherlands. And I still, every once in a while, somebody tells me they have a problem, but they don't have any money for the reading. So what I do is, sometimes I say, you know what, can I do it? Maybe I'll try. And I do it, and I put up a video, and you don't know if I got paid or not. Okay. But when I first started doing the readings, I had a notebook. I still have that same notebook. I was looking at it the other day. Some lady, I don't think she watches me anymore. She's either in England or Ireland. She lost her son. So I still have her information, and her son's name is Matthew. Anyway, I did a reading for her. I had a list of people. I remember Michelle, a whole bunch of people. But what happens is then I did my regular vlogs, plus I work. So I got burnt out. Plus I do the murder cases. And what happens is you're always turned on or tuned in, not turned on, like, hey, I would hope so, but my kundalini is not in order. Anyway, that's a whole other video. Gotta listen to more kundalini music. Anyway, light workers are getting burnt out, and you think you could do it all because you feel like you do get stronger and stronger. As you use your gifts, you get stronger and stronger. Trust and believe. It gets easier because if you don't use it, it's not like you can't use it. One year, I put it away. I asked God not to give me the gift for a while because it was really interrupting with me getting my degree, my master's degree, and I had 2 young children. I had a difficult marriage, and I just needed to not do the psychic thing because I was doing parties of 6, 8 people every week. There was some sort of reading to go to and do, and I wouldn't just go to somebody's house and do an hour reading. I was there for like all hours of the night, and then I came back. And I had 2 little kids, and I also had part-time job as a sub, even back then, or whatever job I had. Always had jobs, but sometimes 2 jobs, sometimes 3 jobs. Anyway, I asked God, please don't let me see this right now. I don't want to see it because I can't do anything with it right now because I need to concentrate on my kids and my degree.